I'd like to welcome you all here to the auction today at number 16 Meredith Street in Noble Park North on behalf of Barry Plant Real Estate and the vendors. My name's Tim Stickley. I'm the Director of Barry Plant here in the city of Greater Dandenong, and it's my pleasure to be your auctioneer today. I'm assisted by Sharif, who's been looking after the campaign throughout, handling a lot of the inquiries, and obviously we're all here today to see what the property's going to sell for and who the lucky buyer is going to be. So I wish you all the very best. Bid well, bid strong, bit of passion. You might need to go a little bit beyond what maybe you were thinking today to secure the property, but I would believe that in doing so you're buying a good property in a good neighbourhood with great future potential. So prior to the bidding though, there's some details I do need to draw your attention to, so I'll go through the auction rules, the contracts which have been on display for the last half an hour, make a few comments about the property, and then it's over to you for your competition and bidding. So first and foremost, the auction rules. They outline the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The vendors have a reserve price. As the auctioneer, I will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, major disruptions by bidders, bidders preventing to tempt others from bidding, and provides fines for this conduct. The rules permit vendor bids, and the words I'll use during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are simply vendor bid. By law, only I as the auctioneer can make bids on behalf of the vendor. So simply anyone else here who's bidding is here with the same intention as yourself potentially, and that is to secure the property. In the absence of any bids, I will place the vendor bid by just stating vendor bid and the amount. And for those that aren't familiar with the auction process, that's just a guide where you need to be at or beyond if you're serious about purchasing the property here today. So in the absence of bids, I'll do that. If everyone joins in and works with me, I won't need to do that whatsoever. The auction rules also prohibit an auctioneer from not accepting offers after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. So most important, if I declare that the property is going to be sold, as soon as the gavel hits the contract, when I call it 3 times and declare it sold, I cannot take any late bids. So please work with me closely at that important end of the auction. I really want to avoid disappointment for anybody there. The other rule for auction, which is really important to note, is that if the property is passed in below the vendor's reserve price, the highest bidder will have the first right to come inside and negotiate to the vendor's reserve price and secure the property. So sometimes people think they hold back, it's not called on the market, so I will just chat with the agent after the auction. The highest bidder has that exclusive right. So very strong chance if that was to be take place that they walk inside, they say, yeah, we'll take it at that, and then there's no opportunity for further discussion. Been auctioning now for 20, 30 years, and the amount of times that has happened, so I would urge you to understand those rules, understand the importance of being that highest bidder, whether it is that you're securing it under the hammer or taking that opportunity to walk inside with us to secure the property under negotiation. Let's have a look at the contracts. They've been on display. They outline the vendor and the land under offer as being described in Certificate of Title Volume 08567, Folio 319, together with improvements known as 16 Meredith Street in Noble Park North. It's being offered with the chattels, which comprise those things of a fixed and permanent nature as per your inspection here today. We're looking for a 10% deposit with a 60-day settlement. They're the terms. The vendor statement, it outlines the land here today. We have 150 feet in the length, we have 50 feet in the depth, except for the little splay here, and that comes to an approximate 696 metres square, less the splay. We're in a neighbourhood residential zone here today. Good area in that sense, no overdevelopment of sites. And again, when you have a look at the site here, with the spaciousness, there's a very, very strong chance, I would say, that you'd be able to get a second dwelling on here, retaining the first dwelling. And I say that, that's obviously always subject to council approval, but you look at it and logically you would think that that would definitely be something that would be possible. The other opportunity is to potentially remove the home and build 2 new homes on the site. Being a neighbourhood residential zone, some people have said maybe you can get 3. Hey, there might be a possibility of that, but I'm making no warranties about that whatsoever. Failing that, it is a very, very good dual occupancy site at the very least, I would have thought, subject to council approval. There is an easement which runs down the back boundary, which is for sewerage. The outgoings, which include City of Dandenong and South East Water, total to approximately $2,224 per annum. All services are connected. The phone is available on the property here today. So that's the contracts as they've been on display. Are there any questions about that before I continue? All pretty straightforward. Well, I've said a bit about the property. The home itself, it's seen better days. The owners have presented it really delightfully for sale here today. They've tidied it up, cleaned it up, and it's in its good original state there. It's a very honest home in terms of you can go through, you can see that with a bit of rejuvenation, with a bit of renovation, you can transform this back to its former glory. The home, nice quiet location here in Noble Park North, very popular suburb here. Good schools all around you, very close to the freeway interchange, making north, south, east, west commuting just an absolute breeze. Waverley Gardens Shopping Centre not far away, and sneak down in your Yarraman Station or at Noble Park Station if you wanted to take the train into the city. The property, great corner block. Corner blocks, there's not that many of them around, and they're being snapped up, they're being developed. So that's what's on offer. The house, with a bit of work, can be rented out, can be lived in, and again, potential for further development. So that's what's on offer. I want you to know as well, we have a phone bidder today. I want to declare that to you. Sharif will be working with the phone bidder as well. They couldn't make the auction here today, so they've been given permission to work with us. And in the case that a contract is, if they're to purchase the property, the documents will be sent to them by DocuSign. That can be done these days. Obviously, a lot of the time, people are doing on-site and online auctions. This isn't online today, it's just on-site, but we have that. I want you to be aware of that, so that if Sharif is calling an online bid or a phone bid that he's got, that is a genuine buyer as well. Okay, I hope to sell it to one of you people here today, but we'll just see how that plays out. So I just want you to be totally aware of that, so that there's no surprises and there's no one wondering what is happening. So without further ado, on that note, I hand over to all of you that are with me here today, and what a beautiful day for it. And I'm looking for an opening bid here at number 16 Meredith Street in Noble Park North. Get me underway, not where we start but where we finish, it matters. Looking for an opening bid. In your hands. Who'd like to get me started?
550.
550. Why not? Let's go at $550,000 and we'll take it from there. All the very best here today. At $550,000 the bid. I'll tell you what, I'll go in 25s to make it easy for you at this stage as well. At $550,000, I'll look for a rise of 25 to take me to 575.
51.
51. Sorry, we're not going to go in ones for a couple of hundred. At 550, I'm looking for 25 at the moment. I'll come back for ones further down the track as required. At $550,000, 25 I'm looking for. First call at $550,000. Second call at $550,000. Third call at $550,000. You got a bid to buy? 560. What about 25 at the moment? I'm looking for 25. It's definitely worth that. Thank you. Okay, at 575, I'm happy to take 10s, I'm happy to take 5s, but at 550, no. 575 I have now, and I look for a rise to 25. I'm at 575, back for 600 if you like to my starter. At $575,000 the bid. At $575,000 I call it once. At $575,000 I call it twice.
580.
Looking for 600, thank you, starter. At 575, I'm looking for 25. I'll come back for 5s a little bit later on. At 575, 600 now. I'm at $600,000 here. Not a 500. At 600, I tell you what, I'll go in 20s now. At $600,000, I'll bring it down.
650.
650 the bid. There's a good bid. There's a strong bid. At 650,000, and from 650, I'll take a 10. At $650,000, I'm happy with a 10 from here. At 650, 660 now with a nod. At 660 it is. It's against the buyer on the phone and you here at the front. 660 I have once, twice.
65.
65, let's go in 5s. 70 would you like? I'm at 665 here. At 665 back to 680. 680 the bid. At 680, looking for 5. At 680 looking for $5,000. 680 once.
85.
85 now. 85 the bid. 85 the bid at 685. First call. Second call, we're very close. 700 the bid. At $700,000 we're selling. At $700,000, no better bid, we're selling. Once at $700,000. 701 I'll take now at 1. 710's a good bid. That's the way to buy. At 710, go bid. At 710, I'll take another one if you like. At 710, I have 711. 711. Let's go get a Slurpee. At 711, the bid. What about ones? 711 ones at the moment. Come with me for one. 12. Sorry? 12. Back to you here. 13. 13 the bid. 13 the bid. Looking for ones. 15 the bid. Looking for ones minimum. 15 the bid. 715 once. 20. At 720 strong. At 720 strong. Looking for ones at the moment. I'll take 500s later. 720 now. That's going strong. Let's keep it moving. At 720 once. Twice. Third call. 720,000.
21.
One it is. I'll take your half now if you like. 721 it is. At $721,000, you nominate the rise, no less than fives though. At 721 we are selling
21.50.
and a half.
21.
721 and a half.
500.
2. 722. What about 725? 722. 25 with a hand up. That's the way to buy. 725 and a half. 725 and a half. Come back quick. Good bid's a quick bid. Keep moving. Keep bidding. Bid strong. Where are we again? 725 and a half. 725 and a half once. One more. 726 and a half. Yep. 727. At 727. In your hands. 727. Nominate your rise. We are selling at $727,000 for the first call. At $727,000 for the second call. At $720,000. This is the last chance. 30 now. Welcome. At 730 and a half. At 730 and a half. Can I say 735 maybe? At 730 and a half. 735? 1. 731. 731, 500 if you like.
500.
731 and a half and 2. 732 and a half. 732, 500 the bid. At 732, $500,000. Back with me for another. 732 and a half the bid. First, 3 now and a half. What about 735? We're at 733 and a half. Go with a 1500, go long. At 733, 500 it is. Once.
735.
35 now and a half. 735 and a half. 740. Yeah? 740. At 740 now and a half if you like. At $740,000 and 500. At 740 and a half. 745 maybe. At 740 and a half. Keep bidding strong. I remember being at an auction. 745? 1. 741 and a half. 741, 500, 2 now, 742 and a half, 742 and a half, 3, 743 and a half, 743, 500, 734, is that right? 734?
743 and a half.
744 now, 744 and a half, 744 and a half, I'm losing count. 5, 744 and a half, I have, it's over here, it's against you there. 750, bold and strong and a half, 750, 500, at 750, 500, back to you there, at $750,500 we are selling, and 1, 751 and a half, 752, 753, 753 and a half,
55.
55, back in my starter, that's the way to bid, 755 and a half, 755 and a half. Hope Carlton play like this today. 755 and a half is the bid. 756. 755 and a half here. 760. 60 now. 760 and a half. That's 760 and a half. $760,500 we are selling. First, second, third and final call, 61 and a half. 761, 500, back to you. Right of reply. At 761 and a half. First call, second call, You've been with me all the way. 761 and a half.
762.
2 and a half. 762, 500. It's like an Irish marathon. You want to be first out and last in. You're so close to making that happen. At 762, where are we at? Sorry, Sharif. 762 and a half. These 500s are making me dizzy. At 763,
Yes.
round number. And 500. 763, 500. 765, makes it easier for me. 763 and a half. Once, twice, third and final call.
765.
65, 500. Definitely likes 500s. 765 and a half. 770, 765 and a half. The value of land is just appreciating. I've been in it 30 years, auctioning real estate, and the land is what you're buying. That's what appreciates over time. $765 and a half thousand. Once,
770.
70 the bid and a half. 770, 500. 71. 71 and a half.
71.
71 and a half I have, I'm sorry. 72 and a half. Like the Terminator, just keeps coming back. 72 and a half, come through. At 72.5. At 772,500 for the first call. At $772,000 for the second call. At $772,000 for the third. 3 it is. And 500.
75.
75 and 500. 75, 500. 800. 76 and a half. 76 and a half, was that a bid or a wave? At 76, 500 the bid. $76,500. Thank you for your bidding. Definitely out. What is 780 a bite? What do you reckon? 77, 780? 776, 500, definitely out. I can sell here. 776 and a half, I just need to know. To be sure, no waking up tomorrow going, maybe you should have gone that fraction further. At 776, 500,000, in or out? Out. Thank you so much for your bidding. Thanks for starting us. Thanks for your competition. No further bids. I won't drag this out any further. At 776 and a half, great bidding. You've been with me all the way. At 776 and a half for the first call, second call, third and final. Property's going. Can't tempt you with the 500, can I?
You can.
Yep, 777. Done. 777. 500? Why not? 777 and a half. You're done. At 777, 500, the property is going. It's going. And it's sold. Congratulations. Well done. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen, for attending the auction here today. Have a wonderful, glorious Saturday afternoon.